Hey everybody, thank you for joining me. So this is day 4 of our 12 days of Christmas sketches. And today we are using this Operation Right Home sketch. And it's number 195. So pause here if you need to get the measurements. And then go ahead and click and join me in putting these together. So I'm using a A2 size card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And for the mat, as always, we're going to do 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then our pattern paper on top of that will be 4 by 5 1/4. And we're using the ATG tape and the art glitter glue, so that way, when I put it down, if it's uneven, I can immediately pull it back up and move it around if necessary. So it just gives it a little extra hold. And like I've said previously too, which I'll probably be saying a lot, if you feel like, you want to give your cards a little extra something, you can always use fun foam to add dimension. I would just suggest if you're going to use a lot of foam tape or fun foam, then make sure you're hand delivering it. That way you're not having to pay so much in postage. So for each of the layers, one of the things I like about the Operation Right Home sketches is a lot of times they give you the measurements for your mat pieces. But if by chance there is a piece that you want to put a mat to and it's not listed, then just decide if you want 1/4 inch border or 1/8 inch. A lot of times I like the 1/8 inch because it just gives it just a hint of whatever that color is, around it. So of course, ran out of tape, so we just got to get that back on. That'll be super quick. I don't know. I don't, it usually doesn't take me that long to put my little gun back together. But leave a comment down below if you've had issues with the ATG tape. I love it. It's one of my favorite adhesives. But sometimes it can be a pain in the butt. Alright, so once we get our focal image down, and I'm using the sticker sheet, which I got the sentiment from, and I just attached it to a die cut circle, and that's going to be how we're set up. So I'm going to go ahead and start laying everything down. But like this piece right here, you could use a piece of foam underneath this, right? And then that would give it a little bit of height. And if you're going to put foam on that, then you're also going to need a little bit of foam on this piece we're getting ready to put down on top of it. So that way it will lay nice and flat. It won't be, tilted because of the height. But what I did was I wanted to lay everything down for the most part flat. And then the sentiment, I was thinking I would either use the foam tape or I could just glue it straight down. So I decided to grab some fun foam. I'm going to put some tape down. And I get the foam that has the adhesive on the back on one of the sides. So the non-adhesive side I put down on my project with some glue and ATG, and then I can just peel off the back of the adhesive side, a little bit of glue, and attach it. And then for these cards, I did want to put the Nuvo drops, so I'm just putting 3 right down at the bottom. And then, I like to share things with you guys. It never fails that I wind up messing up the Nuvo drops, and I think I wind up messing it up here while on camera. One of them, I think I either drop it, I do something, and it messes up the end Nuvo drop. Oh, right here. So I'm gonna pull it up closer to the screen so you can see it, but on the bottom left, I had a little bit of a mishap, and you can do one of two things. Sometimes if you let it dry, you can kind of peel it off and it'll just leave a round circle, and then you would put down a new Nuvo drop to fix it. If something like that happens, that's what I would suggest. Um, or if you can scrape it off really quick, but a lot of times it winds up making a bigger mess. So that particular card will be probably thrown out, but I just wanted to show you, it doesn't matter who you are. There's times when mistakes may happen, especially when you're working with Nuvo drops. So when you use them, Put them to the side, let them dry. Try and go 24 hours if you can before actually having to handle them and move them around. You will be much happier if you do that. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoy our card for today. At the end, I will have links to the previous sketches before this, and I will see you guys with our next video.